Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter Algebra. The lessons we're going to cover today are ratio and proportions, scale drawing word problems, properties of exponents, and simplify radical expressions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the chapter. Here I will grade 9. Math, we're going to start with the chapter algebra. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is ratio and proportions. Do the ratios 13 by 10 and 4 by 2 form a proportion? So determine whether the two ratios 13 by 10 and 4 by 2 form a proportion. You have to compare them using the common denominator, right? Just make their denominators same. 4 over 2, that has a smaller denominator. Make the smaller denominator equal to the greater one. So let's just multiply the second fraction by 2 because 2 times 5 makes 10. So that is 20 over 10, right? They are not same, so that means they do not form a proportion. Let's just start with the test questions. Do you, the ratios 11 over 10 and 8 over 5 form a proportion? Let's just make their denominators same. So make the smaller denominator equal to the greater one. That is 8 over 5, multiply it by the 2 because 5 times make 10. So 16 over 10 and 11 over 10, they are not same, right? So the correct option is no, the ratios do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Do the ratios 19 by 20 and 2 by 4 form a proportion? So let's just make their denominator same, right? That is 2 over 4. So 4 times 5 makes 20. Let's just multiply it by the 5. That is 10 over 20. So they are not same. So the correct option is no. Option number 2 is the correct option. Do the ratios 1 by 2 and 5 by 10 form a proportion? One over 10, sorry, 1 over 2 times 5, right? 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. So you can see now they both are exactly equal. So that means yes, they form a proportion. Option number 1 is the correct option. Do the fraction 4 by 12 and 1 by 3 form a proportion? The correct option is yes, they form a proportion, right? The correct option is yes. Do you do the ratios 1 by 8 and 8 by 16 forms a proportion? The correct option is yes, they form a proportion. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is scale drawings word problems. Jared measured a house and his lot and make a scale drawing. The lawn in the backyard is 90 millimeters long in the drawing. The actual long is 54 meters long. What is the scale of the drawing? So write the ratio of the length of the lawn in the drawing to the length of actual drawing, right? So that would be in the drawing it is 90 and actually it is 54 meters, right? You have to find the scale of the drawing, so you have to simplify the fraction, right? Divide them by the common factor 18, so that is 5 millimeter to 3 meters. That means actually the drawing is 3 meters, right? The scale of the drawing is 5 millimeters equal 3 meters, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. In Beverly Hills, two Hollywood actors own houses that are 4 kilometers apart. How far apart are the actors' house in map with a scale of 2 centimeters to 1 kilometer? So you are given the scale drawing that is 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer, right? So if the actual distance between their house is 4 kilometer, you have to find the distance between their houses on the map, right? So 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8 centimeter. It is the correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Brennan drew a Brannon drew a scale drawing of a house, the garage with the garage which is 14-meter long in real life is 35 centimeters long in the drawing. What scale Brannon use? That is the garage which is 14-meter long in the real drawing is 35 centimeter long in the drawing, right? 35 centimeter to 14 meters, right? So you have to simplify divided by the greatest common factor that is 5 divided by 2. So that would be 5 centimeter to 2 meters. The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. That would be 2 meters. Got it? Kela drew a scale drawing of a house and its lot. She used the scale 1 inch equal 4 feet. If the actual length of the house driveway is 44 feet, how long is the driveway in the drawing? So which is the correct option? The correct option is the scale is 1 inch to 4 feet, right? The length of the actual rank is 24 feet. You have to find the 4 times what number is 24? 4 times 6 is 24. So 1 times 6 is 6. That would be 6 inches. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. It would be 6. Dustin is an election officer. On election day, he travels to the polling place, which is 64 kilometers away from his home. On a map of Richmond County, these two places are 2 centimeters apart. What is the scale of the map? So, which is the correct option? That is 32 kilometers. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is properties of exponents. Let's just start with the next lesson. Write the expression as a fraction with a positive exponent. So you are given 9 exponent, sorry, g exponent negative 7, right? So that is exponent is negative 7. You can rewrite the expression as a fraction with a numerator of 1 with a positive exponent. So you can write it as g exponent negative 7 equals 1 over g exponent 7. Let's just start with the test questions. That is m exponent negative 9 exponent negative 3. So basically here you have to apply the power rule of the exponent. For example, you have n a exponent b. So you can write it as n exponent ab. So you have to multiply both the exponents. So that would be m negative 9 times negative 3. So that is m exponent 27. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is m exponent 27. The next one is simplify r exponent 8 exponent negative 9. So which is the correct option? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is r exponent negative 72. Simplify d exponent negative 7 exponent negative 6. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can on to next. That is negative 42. Okay, that would be negative 42, right? Okay, got it. Next is h exponent, negative 7 exponent 5. So which is the correct option? That is h exponent negative 35. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is simplify radical expressions. So you have square root 490, right? You need to write down the prime factors that can divide 490. They are 2 times, 5 times, 7 times 7, right? That is 7 square root 10. Let's just start with the test questions. 5 square root 7 minus 6 square root 7. So you can take square root common and then you are left with 5 minus 6. So 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So that is negative square root 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 6 square root 2 minus 3 square root 2. So which is the correct option? That is negative 9 square root 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. Simplify square root 490. So you have to write down the prime factors. So you can write them like this. You have 7 times 7 is 49 times 10, right? So 7 square times 10, that is 7 square root 10. The correct option is option number 1, that is 7 square root 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Simplify 63w square, which is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 3w and square root 7. Negative 7 square root 5 plus 4 square root 5. So which is the correct option? Minus 7 square root 5 plus 4 square root 5 is, yes, negative 3 square root 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. 126d square, which is the correct option. That is 3d square root 14. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 10 math. Chapter we were working on is algebra. The lessons we have covered today are ratios and proportions, scale drawings, word problems, properties of exponents, and simplify radical expressions. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the questions in the chat box if you need more lesson. Any questions?